Happy Friday. Happy Think Dog It's Friday, everybody.
Happy TDIF, everyone.
We have a special guest with us today. If you haven't met her yet, this is our new love of our life, Ginger. Of course, she gets introduced before the people on the show.
She's definitely the star of the show.
Yeah. And if you don't know, I'm Patty Quinn, and I'm here with the lovely Hillary Buholtz.
Hello, everyone.
And we are the co-founders at We Heart Hounds. And this is my hubby and our new little love of our life. She's a little dachshund chihuahua mix, and she's sporting today's little DIY that we're gonna do. Isn't she cute? She's so adorable in this little bandana.
Our little fashionista.
She's part meerkat. All right, little wiggly worm. There you go. You can get in your bed now. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted everybody to meet her. She's so adorable, and she's getting used to everything. And she's probably pretty shy being on the camera for the first time.
Yep. We understand.
Don't blame her. Don't blame her. So, hi everybody. Thanks so much for joining with us today. We're so happy to have you here. We're super excited. We're going to be making something really fun. So it's a dog bandana, but we're upping our game a little bit. It's going to be, a little more stylish, super easy to make, no sewing involved. So it should be a lot of fun. So the first step we're going to want to do is just get some fabric. So I've got, some little dog footprints. This is the fabric that Ginger was wearing. I just have a kind of a tie-dye green. Oh, yours is so cute. Look at all those little puppy dogs. I love it.
So this one is going to be for Lulu. So I've found this. It's just a little, you can get them at Walmart. They're little pre-cut quarters.
Back quarters, yeah, those are great. Yeah, so this doesn't take a whole lot of fabric, obviously. And then basically the first step you're going to want to do is cut out a piece of fabric about an inch longer than the measurement of your dog's neck. I took Ginger's little collar, and obviously there's a little extra where the belt goes into the buckle. And so this just basically want the length of the measurement around your neck plus about 1.5 inches or so, because we're going to fold over those ends. So you just want a little bit extra on the ends there. So
I'm going to trim mine just a smidge, but
yeah. And this is, again, you don't have to do exact measurements. This will all work. Now, in terms of the width, so we've got the length down, but in terms of the width, I'm sorry, I just got distracted. Hi, Al. Thanks for saying hello. And he says hello to beautiful Ginger. Well, we think she's beautiful too. So is Missy. So let's see. So the width then will be determined by the size of your dog. So for small dogs, even maybe medium-sized dogs, about 2 inches. So I would start with 2 inches for small dogs. So for Ginger, it was about 2 inches. If you do medium, maybe 3 inches. And for a larger dog, I would go 4 inches. And then we're going to fold this and fold it again. So it'll get smaller as we work with it, but that's kind of the size that you want to start with.
It'll also be determined because we're going to put a buckle on it. So that size of the buckle will help to determine how wide that should be.
Exactly. And since we're talking about it, the buckle, so I just got these on Amazon. They're called paracord buckles. Yeah. And this came in a package of 10, and mine are 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
So, and that's basically the size of what will fit inside the buckle. It's the size of the bracelet or harness or collar or whatever that you're putting through here. And
I took mine off of one that I had already. So if you have a collar that no longer fits or something like that, you can, grab the buckle off of that so you can repurpose it if you'd like.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And larger dogs would probably use like the 1 inch size.
1 inch, I would say 1.5 inches if they're a really big dog. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think mine's like 3/4. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Hi, Lori. Thanks. She says Ginger's adorable. Hi, Dorothy. She's 85. She's curled up in the little doggy donut right now next to me. She's snoozing away. I'll bring her out again when we say goodbye. All right, so we've got that. So the next thing to do is to basically just fold this piece of fabric for the collar in half. And we're just gonna make a crease all the way down the center. We're gonna iron a crease all the way down the center. And let's see, get my cord around here. There we go. And then we're gonna fold it again, but this crease will give us something to eyeball as we work to make this a little skinnier. It's almost like a bias tape. If anybody's knows sewing, that's kind of what we're going to be creating. So then we open that up. And sorry if my camera's a little fuzzy, my internet. So we're opening that. Yep, we have a little fold. And then we're going to take both ends and fold them into that crease that we made. So you don't have to do them at the same time, but that's the idea, is just taking those ends. Yeah, you can see it better, I think, on Hillary's fabric. So we'll just fold that.
So you're gonna just do, I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm working on this top side first and just folding it into that center crease that we just made when we ironed a second ago.
Right. So you can see how this is going to get a good, it'll get sturdy. You know, the fabric can be skinny and thin, but it's actually going to get pretty well sturdy when we're done because of the number of folds.
And I think a cotton fabric works well for this because it can really iron in and get those creases kind of settled in nice and tight. So I think that's a good one.
Yeah, and I think that's a great suggestion because it probably works better even with the fusible tape, I think, which is what we'll be doing next. So, hi, Wendy. Thank you. It's so great to have everybody here today. We really enjoy these times together. Okay, so I've got mine folded together. Again, those ends were just folded into that center crease that we made before. And then we're gonna fold it one more time. So it's gonna get really skinny as we go down. All right. But I think my world is going to be full of miniature everything.
Yep, you got a little mini girl there.
And that's like the hardest thing to get used to, is because she seems like a puppy. Like my brain is like, she's going to get bigger. She's going to get bigger. It's like, no, this is her. This is her size. We had her at the vet yesterday for her first vet checkup, and she was a whopping 6 pounds, 13 ounces. So not even 7 pounds. But she got a good, clean bill of health.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. Everything's good.
It is.
Healthy little girl.
It is. Yeah. She's sitting right beside me. Okay. So the next thing to do is then, now that we've got that crease, we're going to put some fusible tape in the middle, and we're going to basically adhere this down so these folds all stay together. So the first kind of series of folds were really just to kind of clean up those cut edges, and then the next series of the next fold is really just making that color.
And I'm using, because my fabric is dark, I'm using the dark version of the fusible tape, but you can do either one, whichever one works best and for the fabric you're using.
And mine needs a little water for it to activate. So I just have a little cup here. I'm going to put some water on there. All right, I'm folding it over and we're going to iron it down. you want to make sure that the fusible tape kind of really gets tucked under there well. You don't want it to get that glue on your iron. Almost done here. The fun part about this is you can really use, you can make you can pick any kind of colors, any kind of themes.
So
if you wanted to do one for birthdays.
Georgie, it's just fusible tape that you can get at the fabric store or craft store.
Yeah.
There's white fusible tape and dark fusible tape. So whichever one, Stitch Witchery is, yeah.
Stitch Witchery. But yeah, so you can get all kinds of colors. You can make one for every day of the week if you wanted to. You can make them for holidays. If you had a doggy party, you can make them for each of the doggy guests.
Yeah, that would be adorable.
Adorable. Take a picture of all the guests at your party. Okay. All right. So now the next step is to take your buckle, unbuckle it, and then we're going to just thread your buckle. And then fold that end over like that. And you can glue it down, you can hot glue it down. I've got some fabric glue, this quick drying fabric glue that I'll probably use. You could probably use the Stitch Witchery again if you wanted to. These are not long-lasting, durable collars that are going to be, used out in the wild while your pups are running through the woods and the lakes and everywhere else and having a good old time. This is really just fashionable.
Yep, decorative. Decorative, not durable.
This is definitely fashion. And then you just do the same on the other side. Kind of holding that, let that dry. Alrighty. So this is really the most complicated part of the whole thing, and it wasn't that bad, right? Is everybody okay? This kind of, it's not that hard, right? It's just folding
just
and
some
gluing
folds
and ironing. So here's the other side. So this side of the, how about if I put it in front of the camera? Would that help? This side of the buckle, it goes through a little bit differently than the other side. One gets threaded through the middle there, and then we're just going to glue that back down.
Just those edges, and then I'm just going to let that dry.
Yes.
Over here. And I am using fabric glue, but as Patty mentioned, I think the Stitch Witchery would work really well as well. So you could, continue on with that, or hot glue. You could grab your needle and thread if you really wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. This could turn into a sewing project with just a little bit of needle and thread if you wanted. But if we're doing no sew, we're just gonna adhere everything together. Okay, so we'll set this over. I now have glue all over my hands. All right, and then the next thing you want to do is get a piece of paper. We're gonna make a template for the bandana part. Again, this everything else gets even easier as we go here. So you're going to take a piece of paper, you're going to fold it in half, and Hillary has a great example.
Yeah, so for Lulu size, you can trim this down if you need to, but this is a great way to try to kind of keep all your points straight and have, everything kind of come up into equal sides, I guess I would say. So the bandana is actually not lopsided or real short on one side, or
which if it is,
that would be fine too. Like, but if you're
But
trying
we're
to keep it
perfectionists around
consistent.
here, so we have to have it just right.
So first thing you'll do, I just have a regular sheet of printer paper and fold it in half. So right there. And then I fold it in half this way as well, just to give me a center crease. And then once you open it back up, you can still see your crease line, and that's the center. And then you're going to want a little bit of maybe an inch or so, so that you can fold the bandana over. So then just fold down your piece of paper down an inch. And you're just using it to get the kind of crease line there. And then I just took a straight edge and went from this edge of the crease down to my centerpiece and
This is
drew
the
a
shape
line
you're going to
here.
want to make
Yeah.
when you're done. And Hillary's just came up with a brilliant way to not have to measure or think about it by just creating the fold. So the first fold just gives her a line of how far down to cut. And the center fold gives her an idea of how to cut at that angle, right? From this point to the fold that she made, which is great. Me, I just eyeballed it. But Ginger's pretty darn tiny, so I was just kind of hoping that this little point ended up in the equal center at the bottom. So yeah, if you want to just eyeball it, you can, but this is kind of the shape that we're making. It's like a half a diamond shape almost, or like a baseball diamond kind of squished shape. And of course, for larger dogs, yeah, as Hillary's got, it's going to be a much longer shape.
Yeah. And you can trim this one down. If this is going to be too big, you can just, keep on trimming in kind of equally.
Right.
And trim down and trim your angles again if you need to.
And at this point, the way to test it to see if it's the right size is hold it up to your pup's neck and see how far down it goes and if it looks. And then you can just keep trimming. But basically, when you unfold it, this is our template now. It's a little diamond shape. So then what we do is you get your fabric again, cut here, and on the wrong side of the fabric, if there is one, some fabrics there's not a wrong side, that it's the same on both sides, but if there's a wrong side, basically what we want to do, I'll make sure this is in view, is put it down on the fabric, and then we're going to trace, pencil here, we're going to trace around your shape by about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch around. So we're going to make this 1/2 an inch all the way around, or 1/4 of an inch all the way around, bigger than your template. We're adding a little bit because all of those edges are all going to get folded in. So once it's folded, it'll be the size of your template. All right, so I'm just eyeballing it. Again, this is just going to get tucked in the side.
Just grabbing a marker real quick.
Oh yeah,
I had something to trace with.
No worries. Just going all the way around. Again, this can just be eyeballed. If you want to get a straight ruler, you can do that too. This extra part is going to get folded in. Nobody will see it. If it's a little off or wonky, that's fine too. Again, it's just that extra part. And let me, hopefully you can see. I have kind of a light. Let me cut off a section here so you can see it better.
Not sure if you'll be able to. You can kind of see my line there.
Let me take a look. Can you hold that up again?
So
oh yeah, now I see it. Once you added the template, that made it easier to see.
yeah.
So here's one. I don't know if you can see the extra edges around it. Okay. Anyway, it's there, trust me. So now we're going to cut out the larger shape, right? And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to just clip through this real quickly.
And the fact that we're folding these down will kind of protect those edges so that they won't fray as much as well. So
Yeah.
it kind of finishes the edges and helps to keep it from fraying a little bit.
And it gives a little stability
Yep.
to your bandana, all that good stuff. So then the next step is really just taking your stitch witchery again, wrapped up here, and then just putting it around on all the sides, folding it down and ironing it. So it should be pretty quick and easy. I'm actually cut my stitch witchery in half a little bit just because I don't think I need it's pretty wide. I don't think I need the width. So who has doggies that wear bandanas? I'm curious to know.
So Lulu usually gets to have one. She gets one if she goes to the groomer.
Oh
And
yeah.
it happens to be one of her favorite things, not necessarily wearing it, but what she gets to do after she's worn it. Once we take it off, she loves to play with it for a little while. It smells like her. She knows it's hers. Like, it
Oh.
is legitimately one of her most favorite things. It's really funny. She goes nuts for her own bandana.
Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet.
So are you ironing them up first and then putting the stitch witchery in, or just
I'm not. I am
okay,
just folding over,
living
and
dangerously?
I'm living by the seat of my pants here,
All right, I will do the same.
figuring it out. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be precise and make that crease a little easier to fold down, you can fold it first. Again, this is all going to get hidden, so
Yep.
it doesn't have to be perfect. And I end up folding down the longer point sides first, and then I fold the little ends down last. Seems
Okay.
to work the easiest.
All right, so I just tucked my stitch witchery in there. And I'm gonna.
Lori says her little Toby gets a bandana when he goes to the groomer too. That's so sweet.
We just recently found a new groomer and love her so far. And they have really fancy bandanas, like two-sided. They're sewn around the edges. So they
Wow.
definitely go through the wash because I'm like, these are nice.
Yeah.
We're
Heck
keeping
yeah.
this.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Daisy would get actually I don't know if Daisy ever got a bandana at the groomers, but Clover did a couple times. And she wasn't too sure about it, but she looked adorable. Looked adorable. I wonder what Lulu's going to say of her custom bandana
Yeah, we will see how
that
she feels about it.
Mom's making just for her.
She wasn't that crazy about getting her neck measured this morning. It'll all be worth it.
Well, Ginger's been a sweetheart. She's been very patient with us. She's still got her little bandana on. I'll bring her up again when we say goodbye. But everything is new. Everything is new. So
She's just a precious little one. Still getting the lay of the land, I'm sure.
Yes, yes. She has marked her territory everywhere in the house, whether it needs it or not. But that's fine. She's getting used to. We went on our third walk today, which my husband Chad and I just joke, it's more of a carry than a walk. Not quite a walk yet. She'll walk for a little bit, and then she's like, I'm not sure I get what's going on here. And I sure as heck don't know if I want to go in the same direction you are, because there's lots of more interesting smells over here. So it's been interesting. But she's picking up things really quickly. She's so smart.
It's going to be so fun to just watch her come out of her little shell more and more. So as she gets more confident about where she's at and loses her place.
Exactly. She's been an angel just putting up with me. I wasn't sure how she was going to do today. She's sitting right here, curled up in a little ball. So she's doing fine. All right. Are you all ironed up?
Not quite. I have my little edges to do still.
Okay. So I'm doing this on the fly, as I said, and it's still a little wonky. It's not exactly perfect, but that's okay. If you take a little more time, it might be a little, but you can see it's a little, it's made with love. Definitely made with love. We're going to fold that in half. And that's what it's going to, so tiny. I can't get over how tiny.
All right. Now I just have my short edges.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So does Leon wear bandanas?
You know, he will wear them, but he definitely prefers a sweater or a shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and you can tell whenever he gets to wear his sweater or his shirts or things like that, he definitely likes them. He knows that he looks special in it. Like you get a lot. He's got a lot of attitude no matter when, but you get a little extra once he's dressed up.
I tell you, they strut their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They all get dolled up. That's hysterical. Well, Lulu has her first package from Amazon coming today. We've got two little sweaters for her because it's starting to get cool. Well, I think like in about 3 or 4 days it's gonna be 90 again, but the temperatures are starting to get cool. So I want to get her a little something to keep her warm when she goes out. So I can't wait for her to try it on. I'll take pictures and share them with everybody. One's a little sweater dress, which just cracks me up.
I was at Walmart and the Halloween costumes got the better, and sweaters got the better of me. So Leon and Lulu both got some Halloween sweaters.
Oh, fun. That'll be fun.
So I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a little trimming.
You're fine. You're fine. It's getting used to the whole like Paris Hilton kind of dog thing. I'm not a frou-frou person, so it'll be interesting to see what we end up putting her in. So yeah, here's mine too. Yours is adorable. You have so much more fabric to see. The adorable print. Okay, so we take the wrong side where the folds are, and we set that down, and then we take our collar with the buckles pointing up, and we set that down in the center. And we're going to fold that over. So this is really what it's going to look like when it's all done. All we need to do now is just secure the bottom point, basically, of the bandana. And you can leave it running loose on the collar.
And you could also...
if you want. I mean, that's what I do.
If you have a collar, you could make just this middle part, if you have a collar already and you just want to make this middle part, you
The
could put a
bandana
little,
part, right?
you could put a little Velcro button or just a little piece of Velcro down here on the bottom. And then you could just swap it out as needed. So you just, instead of this one, you could use the regular collar or,
Right.
and
That's a
then
great idea. Yeah,
swap out the
that makes
bandana.
the whole project that much easier. So you're just
Mm-hmm.
starting from the template that we created and the bandana, the square part, the diamond part. So I'm using, for the one that Ginger's got on, I used fabric glue to adhere the bandana. This time I'm going to use the Stitch Witchery because I think
Yep, I think I'm going to use the
glue it
Stitch
down.
Witchery as
It'll look
well.
better. So I'm just placing the Stitch Witchery along one of the points, and I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to adhere that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're almost near the end here. That's it. Our little bandana.
Oh, that turned out great.
It's so cute. What I love about these two is instead of tying a typical bandana around the pup's neck, this buckle, oh my gosh, it makes it so easy to put on and take off. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
love that aspect of, so you can have something that's really stylish and just super easy to take on and take off. Oh, that's so cute. So there's my little one. And this can move along the collar if you wanted to. And you can wear it in the back or you can wear it in the front. And we'll get our little model. Come here, sweetheart. Everybody wants to see you. Oh, there we go. There she is in her little collar, little bandana. Very stylish.
Very adorable.
So hope everybody had fun today making the little DIY dog bandana collar. No sewing involved. You
Yeah.
shy? Are you embarrassed and shy?
And if you guys end up making your own, or, it's great for the holidays. You could do them for the different holidays, kind of festive. Or as Patty mentioned, you could do one for every day of the week if you wanted to.
Exactly.
If you do them, please, please, please share a picture of them. We would love to see how they turn out. If you share a picture of them, be sure to put them on a dog. We really want to see them.
I know, yeah. Please, yeah, we'd love to see your dog's model. This adorable little bandana.
And then also, if you want to find out, we do this every week. So we have different crafts, different recipes, just something in honor of our love of dogs. And it's a fun chance for us to all get together and kind of try something new. So if you want to keep up to date on anything else that we've got going on, please join our mailing list. That's a great way to stay in touch with us. We'll have a link in this post that'll take you over to join our mailing list if you're interested there.
Yeah. And again, we have a giveaway. We have an awesome giveaway. It's we've got a couple weeks left and that's it. Where the doors are closing soon. So please, easy peasy to sign up. Just all we need is your email address and you're golden. So you've got a chance to win. We'd love for you to sign up. And the link to that can be found on our We Heart Hounds Facebook page at the very top of the post, the very top post of the page. Go there and you can enter the giveaway.
Yeah.
We would love for you to win. It's huge.
It's an amazing package. So please go check it out.
Yeah, really awesome. So anyway, thank you so much again from the bottom of our hearts. And thank you from Ginger. She's so happy to have a new family and a new Facebook family to have as well, and to share all her stories with. You guys mean so much from the bottom of our hearts. We truly mean it. We really, really do, and enjoy our time together every Friday. So we'll see you next Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and have a great weekend. Go make some fashionable bandanas and let your pups strut their stuff.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.